Hey guys, it's Taylor. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I am here to bring you a list of authors that I own but haven't read. I know that I have more than 10, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you the most popular authors that I own but haven't read. I am going to show you about 7 to 10 of them. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the video. The first author is going to be Erin Morgenstern, and the book is The Night Circus. I have owned this for a little bit, and for some reason I can't bring myself to read it because I know that the hype surrounding this book is pretty huge and a lot of people love this. And while I do want to see what all of the hubbub and the hype and the love is about, I'm kind of intimidated because what if I don't like it? What if I'm like the only person on BookTube that doesn't like this book? I'm gonna be hated. There's gonna be mobs outside my door, and I don't need that. The second author is going to be Maria V. Snyder, the first book in her Poison Study series. And yeah, I think I bought this because when I first joined BookTube, I was kind of, I don't want to say obsessed with Sasha over at a Book Utopia, but I was obsessed. I'm not gonna lie. I absolutely love Sasha. She's the whole reason I decided to start booktubing. But yeah, I know she talks so highly of this book, and I decided I would pick it up and give it a shot. I have been on BookTube for almost a year and still haven't picked it up. So the next author is going to be Salman Chainini. I have the entire School for Good and Evil trilogy, haven't picked it up. Plan on it though because I've heard nothing but good things about this series. The next author is going to be S.J. Kincaid. I got this book for Christmas and I don't know, I haven't picked it up yet, but it's one of those that I really do want to get into because it just sounds so fantastic and so interesting. The next author is going to be Holly Black. I feel this is a book about fae, so I feel like I'm gonna love it anyway because I do love anything that has to do with fairies. The next author is Alexandra Bracken. I own Passenger and Wayfarer, but for some reason I just haven't felt the need to pick it up. I do hope to get to it by the end of the year, but I don't know. I honestly don't know when that'll happen, if it'll happen, hopefully. Next is going to be Mary E. Pearson. This is the first book in the Remnant Chronicles. I have owned this since BookTube, since I started BookTube. And yeah, it's another one of those that I have been dying to get to, but just for some reason haven't been compelled to pick it up. So, like I've been saying, the common theme is I hope to get to this by the end of the year. Next is going to be Brandon Sanderson. He is all over BookTube. And with this last tome topple that just passed, I feel like he was kind of everywhere. It was him and Patrick Rothfuss, I think. Yeah, because these books are huge, and apparently they're a pretty big deal because, yeah, I don't know, Julie over at Pages and Pens read this and loved it, and so that really pushed me to buy it because I've kind of been on the edge because I want to get into the Brandon Sanderson hype, but I don't because, I don't know, for some reason it scares me. It scares me a little bit. It seems like really high fantasy, and I don't know if I'm into really high fantasy because I've read the first Game of Thrones book and I still haven't finished the series. I haven't even finished the TV show because I want to read the book first. I don't know. I'm psychotic. Next is going to be Victoria Aveyard. I only own Red Queen, but there is so much love and so much hate about this book. I want to know why there's love and why there's hate, and I want to form my own opinion. So hopefully soon I will have thoughts on this book and this series. Next is going to be Stephanie Garber. Yeah, Stephanie Garber is an author that I own but haven't picked up yet. I do know that this book has, like Red Queen, a lot of love, a lot of hate. I want to have an opinion. I want to have a discussion. So hopefully I will read this by the end of the summer. And lastly, but certainly not least, is going to be Lindsay Cummings. I own the Murder Complex, and I believe it's Death Code, which is the second book in this series. I read the first part of Zenith when it came out, which is her work with Sasha Alsberg, which is Sasha at a Book Utopia. They created a genius piece of sci-fi work, and I don't know, I instantly fell in love with the writing, and I want to see how Lindsay is on her own. I don't know, I want to, like, something about Zenith just enthralled me because I read that in one sitting. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. And I know because I loved Xena so much, I'm going to love anything that Lindsay Cummings comes up with. So those are about 10 authors that I own books by but haven't picked up to read yet, and the common theme is I hope to get to these by the end of the year, and that's very true. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye!